I've seen a couple people talk about how they just want to rent for pretty much the rest of their life. I know I've seen Southern Life, for instance. I've seen a couple of videos of his where he mentioned how he's owned properties, which is true, like in Alabama, and he owned, I think, this trailer in Florida. I think it was in like somewhere in Naples, and I know he owned this piece of land that he wasn't going to build, I guess, a tiny home on, but I don't know why he didn't. He never really went into the reasoning why, because he did make some videos on him wanting to build a house or a tiny home on that property. But my point being is, he says that he would rather rent than own. And I'm looking at it like, I would rather own. I'd rather own my own property than rent the rest of my life. Like, if that's what you want to do, I'm not judging. I don't care. I've seen a couple other videos where they seem kind of younger, 20s, 30s, somewhere around there. And they even said that they just want to rent. I'm like, no, I'm tired of renting, you know? I'm tired of sitting here renting everything that I have instead of me owning it. Like, I want to eventually have, even it doesn't even have to be that big of a property. It could be a little less than an acre. I'd be fine with an acre of land. You know, I don't care how big it is. I mean, my parents, they live on a property, or at least my dad, he lives on a property that's an acre and a quarter. You know, and it was a decent little size chunk of property. It wasn't huge, but for what it was decent. I mean, it was secluded, middle of nowhere. I liked it, but he at least owns it. I mean, technically, the bank owns it, but still, you know, me, I want to own my own place, because whenever I get up into my 60s and in my retirement age, I mean, if you didn't save money when you were younger, come on, Rocky, stop chewing that. If you didn't, how can I put this? Weren't financially like good with your money and didn't put money towards your retirement and all that, and just say us millennials and Gen Zers and whoever comes after the Gen Zs and millennials, they can have their Social Security. Well, that's not going to cover $2,000-$3,000. You know, just say you didn't save or have any retirement saved up, nothing. That Social Security is not going to pay shit and anything. I know, like, my mom, she says that she could be getting close to $2,000 whenever she actually retires, because she gets disability right now. I don't know if she gets disability after, or like, you know, for instance, if once she retires, then if she'll get disability still. I don't know. I have to ask her. I don't know everything about that. But I'm looking at it like, if you're renting when you're that age, you're going to have to work. Me personally, I'm not working for the rest of my life. Hell no. I'm not working until I'm 70, 80, 90 years old. Most people that are in their 70s can't even function correctly. So, why would I want to work till I'm 70, 80? Hell no. I want to own my own property. And whenever I get up there in those years of me retiring, I want to have my own place. I want to have everything set up in my younger years so I can enjoy it, especially whenever I'm a little bit older. You know, I want to have my own place, because I never had my own place in my whole life. I mean, I'm not old and I'm not young, but in today's economy, most people aren't going to be able to own anything unless they actually have that job that they can. But like I said, I have a plan in place that is to save up enough money for the stuff that I need, which is land. And then land comes the permits for the well. That's if I can't get on city water. If I can't get on city water, then I'm just going to do a well. And then a septic tank if I can't get onto the city septic. It really all depends on where we buy the land, because I'm not going to be super secluded, but I'm not going to be, you know, right there in the city or nothing. But I got my own plans, and whenever I get older, I want to be able to be to that point where the only things that I have to pay is my own medical bills, the electricity. And then if I am on city water and sewage and trash pickup, then, you know, so be it. I'll pay that. Because I remember over at my parents' old house, where my dad lives, he doesn't have to pay for trash pickup because he lives in the middle of nowhere. And they just haul their trash. Some people burn it on their property, but other people just drive the 5, 10, 20 minutes, however long. It depends on where you are in the county. But they just go over there and drop it off. They don't have to pay nothing. It's free, which is pretty cool. But like I said, I don't want to rent the rest of my life. That's just not worth it. I mean, I want to own, and I'm going to eventually get my property, get everything I need. And I don't know exactly where I want to go just yet. I mean, I know where I want to go, but it's not only my decision. I would love to be in Florida right now. And eventually, you know, be down there and retire. And I understand it's expensive, but, you know, I'm not building no freaking huge house. I mean, even if I had a kid or two, I'd have enough room for them. But we'll see. Like I said, I just don't quite understand why people are saying that they would rather rent the rest of their life pretty much than own. Not me. I've already said that once, multiple times in this video, and I'm not. Because that's just ludicrous, thinking that you're going to rent the rest of your life. Because, like I said, I mean, even if you, how can I put this, saved up, have a retirement like 401k or even a pension, and then you get your retirement, I mean, it really all depends on when you were saving up, but it's not going to be a lot of money. It's not going to be enough to pay probably all your bills. I mean, I'm being serious. Like, I know right now in this day and economy, I know I've seen some elderly people that are in their 50s, 60s, and 70s living in their cars. Which there's nothing wrong with living in a car. If you want to do van life, go ahead. I mean, that could be cheap. It really all depends on how you live your life. I wouldn't mind doing it. Because, I mean, if you look at it, if you own your own camper, own your own truck, or even own your own van, you convert it into a livable space, you don't have to pay a lot of money at all. The only thing you really got to pay for is the insurance on it, and then wear and tear and stuff like that, gas. But it's not that bad. But renting the rest of your life is just crazy.